Must be Monday evening, Monday, whatever we want to call it, night. The one and only, the family whisperer, my trademark, by the way, Mr. Kevin Petersen. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am well. Before show, we talk and kind of get, and so I know exactly what Kevin's eating, so I just smile every time. But
delicious.
Jesus.
Highly
addicted. Well, they are addicted. Buc-ee's is sweeping the nation. It's the new In-N-Out. Now it's going everywhere. It used to be a Texas thing. If you don't know what Buc-ee's, ask someone from Texas, and they'll give you a 30-minute talk about it. So
I thought it was pronounced Boosie's.
I've heard it all kinds. So, well, let's get right into it. I really mean this. I don't give Kevin questions or topics. I like to put him on the hot seat. And what I've learned is it's almost impossible. But so I was on a panel talking codependency, families. Fascinating stuff. Like, lo and behold, I learned way more sitting on the panel. I think the families were supposed to be learning, but I was busy taking notes. And so I'm going to throw two things at you. And the family whisperer, I'm not going to give you a lot of lead up. I just want to, let's go with this. We always talk about boundaries. So the question is, are boundaries fluid?
Wow. So that's a great question. Because I get that question all the time, and the answer is hell no. But here's what I will say. Every family gets to set their own concept of what the boundary is. So what does that mean? Okay. When I work with a family, the first thing I always say is, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Are you looking for harm reduction, or are you looking for sobriety? Are you looking for them to become self-supporting, or are you looking for them to get, start getting their act together? Are you looking for them to start behaving like an appropriate member of the family, or are you just trying to turn down the noise a little bit? So that's the important thing. Once the family comes up with the boundary around drugs and alcohol, financial well-being or support, and family behavior, then no, the boundaries are not fluid. No, not at all. Greg Snodgrass says it's the dream team.
God, I'm going to miss all the comments. So,
okay, I'll keep you.
You tell me if there's a comment, and then we can go. Here's another thing. Love Greg.
Me too.
So we were talking to, and you know what? I took notes and I didn't put down her name. And so I'm going to say nameless because I don't want to butcher her, but a fascinating someone that was up sitting next to me and probably made me look like a complete fool because she just dropped pearls. And this one particular quote nailed me, and I kind of lost my breath, and I don't know. And I'm like, I can't wait to bring this up to Kevin. So here we go. There are many things in life that you don't need to learn to be happy. Boundaries are a must for true happiness.
Amen. I love her. I don't know who she is, but I love her. She's right.
You completely agree.
100%.
And the more I thought about this, I mean, it's wow. And, the times I show some codependency traits,
we all do.
I realized that when I kept playing it in my head, I was like, that sounds so what? But it's true. It's got to be true. Like, I was shocked. I was just the mirror quote. So it's when we talk a lot about this, goes to the heart of it. We talk about boundaries and we talk about a lot of things, especially on this show. And I think that just kind of hammers home the point of boundaries lead to happiness. And like no boundaries, like tough to be happy. It's got to be true.
Right. And I mean, and the thing that sort of the echo or to the next sentence after this is, and remember, boundaries aren't about the other person. They're about you. So when she says you need to learn how to boundaries in order to be happy in life, what I agree with her, and what I believe where she's going with that is that you need to learn what you're okay with. So here's a conversation I have all the time. Oh, you're a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm going to bring my spouse in and you can fix our problems. And what they really mean is you're going to fix them. And I don't do that. I was like, no, that's not how this works. How it works is, and more often than not, when people try to come see me for couples therapy, I'm like, yeah, you're not ready for couples therapy. You need to go do your own individual therapy, figure out what's going on with you, and figure out what you want, and then come back to couples therapy, and then I can help you. Because in essence, what I'm saying is go back to your individual therapy, sort through your stuff, set your boundaries. If your boundary is, I'm not comfortable with you using drugs and alcohol, and your spouse's response is, I don't care, I'm going to keep doing it. You've set the boundary. Now you have to enact the accountability and say, okay, then we can't be together. Now the fun part comes, because now the attachment issues start to pop up, right? Well, I don't want to lose them, even though it's a crappy relationship where I get abused emotionally, physically, whatever. And they're drinking and doing drugs and behaving like a complete douche. I'd rather have that than have nothing. Now, in that moment, who are we talking about? Are we talking about the other person? No, we're talking about you. You have to set a boundary and hold your boundary and be willing to work through that. So that's where she's coming from. And I think that's genius. I would love to know who she is.
I will, there's got to be an email chain, but I will get to the bottom of it, because I think we got so wrapped up with questions. And of course, a lot of the families, flocked to her. Few flocked to me. I'm not going to say, but by the time everything the dust settled, I think she kind of skirted. Anyway, we'll get to the bottom of it. And just another Kevinism, which I love, is you can't ask someone to get help if you're not willing to get help yourself. Kind of butchered that, but you get the point. So
you can't expect somebody else to do something you're not willing to do.
There you go. See, you make it. You just put everyone at ease, Kevin. You're just a whisperer. You just whisper in my ear. No, Jay, you got that wrong. Here's.
Oh,